G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Hello, Sunday night. Sunday night right here, Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show. Live. Sunday night, right now. Sunday before Thanksgiving. Right here. Right now. How is everybody? Gonna give everybody a chance to kind of catch up. Just getting started. No YouTube. Still, I'm still being spanked. So, it's just us. It's just our Facebook people and our LinkedIn people. And after the show is over, you can find it everywhere. Until next week, and then we can get back on to YouTube. Yeah, I love you too, whoever just did that. Don't forget, you can comment live if you're on Facebook, the official Peter G Show Facebook page right now, or if you're on the LinkedIn official Peter G Show page right now. There'll be no YouTube for another week until I get punished again. If I get punished again, that's the end of me for YouTube. I'll have to recreate. Good evening, Pastor Ray. Pastor Ray, always up late, watching, observing. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I need to catch up. Share. Can't say that enough. I'm going to do that right now. How do we do that? There we go. Always sharing. Lots to talk about tonight. The holidays and all. Let's give me 1 second here. I think you should do that too. I like to, because a lot of times people forget. I get it. People forget. I forget. If I didn't have to be here, I'd forget. You know. Right. Hey. My watch just started beeping. One more. Share. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Man, I'm getting rusty. How do you do this? There we go. Okay. So, a lot of people go, Peter, I want to watch your show, but it's late at night and forget. I'm coming in on Sundays. And that's why when you share, it just kind of brings it up to their attention. Don't forget, we're on iTunes now. Finally back on iTunes. For those of you who want to listen to the show and, on the run, in the car, at work. So a lot of that goes on. You can catch the Peter G Show right now, anytime you want, on demand. Actually, iTunes. Look it up. Peter G Show, iTunes. There's all the shows are starting to be loaded up there, and we're going to go back as far as the beginning of the year. And you can also catch 2019, 2018, and 2017 on iTunes as well. But 2020 was a funky year for everybody, and we do not have those shows, and I'm not going to... Well, we have them, but I'm not going to... We're just going to push them to the side for now because it's going to be hell enough to catch up. But you can get everything on iTunes, and that's pretty good. But I get a lot of people saying, man, I wish you were on iTunes again. And we got bounced off of there, too, due to technical difficulties. And now we're back up. There's nothing bad, though. Unlike the YouTube situation. We'll be back up on YouTube next Sunday. But right now, the holidays are coming up. And can you believe it? The year is almost over. This month is almost over. Next week, that's it. Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about getting through the holidays with family. Or just getting through the holidays a lot, just getting through the holidays. I think a lot of people have a lot of problems with the holidays. The holidays just increase the pain of life. And I get it. I do. And we're going to open up the phone lines tonight, and I'm hoping somebody's going to call in and talk about some stuff. I hope. I really want to hear from you guys, but could be a quiet night or not. My afterthinkers always start writing to me after the fact. But I'll take a couple of phone calls tonight. We'll talk about the holidays or current events. I can't leave the show without talking about what goes on. Unfortunately, it's unavoidable. And I do it as a public service announcement. Sometimes people kind of get all twisted up with all these news medias, and we just kind of show you this is okay. You heard this and you heard that, but this is where it is. Weigh the odds. You make the decision. You decide. I'm just bringing it to your attention. But anyway, don't forget, people, I want you to subscribe. You can still subscribe to YouTube. I mean, until they really kick me, I think it's a good place to be. Unfortunately, I'm going to do my damnedest now after this to not get kicked off. I'll just not do certain types of shows on YouTube. That's all I can say. I'll go on to YouTube for the first few minutes, and I'll say, okay, everybody, time to go to our private room, because YouTube, I just barely stand the chance of getting permanently removed, and I don't want to go through all that. But anyway, please subscribe. And don't forget to also, if you think you have something interesting you want to talk about, you think you have a friend, somebody's got a story, I'm listening. You never know. I think that a lot of people have great stories about life, about situations, but they don't think it's that big a deal because they don't think it's that important, when they don't realize that them sharing that story helps the other 14 gazillion people, million, going through it, the same exact thing. And a lot of people can't handle this stuff, and it's really good for people to understand, to know that, like, wow, it's not just me. And I think that's real important. So sharing stories, I think, is essential to this show for your benefit. I lead by example. I've told you tons of stuff about me. It's just life. I'm not, just the way it is. We're still here. I like it. Anyway, last week, for those of you who tuned in, thank you. For those of you who missed it, you can still go watch it. Last week I had Pastor Ray. Last week Pastor Ray was on, Pastor Ray Pollitt. And I think it was a great show. I think that show had a lot of giving to show you really what goes on. I can't hold a candle. I said it last week. I can't hold a candle to Pastor Ray. He goes out there and he helps the helpless. In my own way, I feel, I'm trying to give for those who are willing to listen. I try to bring information and people to the show, to the table, to give to you, to talk to you about things, but as they talk about, things about them. Good advice. Not telling you what to do, just sharing stories. You decide. But I think we do a pretty good job most of the time. Every now and then we have our bumps in the road, but even those are pretty good. There's a lesson in everything. There really is. But either way, last week was Pastor Ray, and one day we'll have him on again, because wintertime over there on the East Coast, it's cold, and he talked about how he's been helping the homeless, the lost, the broken, and all he does is give, and tries to humanize their dehumanized situations, which they take as the norm, but you kind of feel so disconnected, and it's rough. I couldn't imagine being living, on the streets, living in the woods, in a tent with another community. It's dog eat dog. Couldn't. He goes out there and he tries to tell them it's okay. Somebody loves you, and not everybody can do that. Should, but not everybody can do that. So it's nice to hear some good stuff. Tonight. Oh, next week, boom. Boom. East meets West, Bob Half. We're going to talk to Bob after Thanksgiving. Last Sunday of the month. I think we always have fun with that. But after Thanksgiving, we'll go hear what's going on with him. He's got a lot going on. Last week, he left us with a secret he couldn't tell. I'm hoping that he'll tell whatever the secret was. I'm hoping he'll tell it this week. But, I mean, next week. This week, I don't have any secrets. This week, I want to talk about the holidays. I do. Any comments you want to make? Where are we? I want to open up the phone lines from now and just keep them open. That's what I'm going to do. Last night I watched, I don't know if any of you were watching during the summer. I had musician Rob Fetters on the show from Cincinnati, Ohio. And he does his own little show. He does a series of them. And I just was watching his show last night. He's a talented son of a gun. Crazy, but talented. But then again, you know, define crazy. Yeah, I think you have to be crazy to be talented in a lot of ways. But great stuff. Great stuff. Great musician. I hope I can... I don't know. I want to have him on again, but I don't want to talk about music. I want to talk about personal stuff because I think he'd enjoy that more. But it was great to have him on the summer, and now I'm just following him like a fiend again. I feel reborn. Rob Fetters from the Raisins, the Psychodots, the Bears, his own solo stuff, all that stuff. It was great stuff. Anyway, one more week for my suspension for YouTube. We'll get the YouTube people back on. Kind of sucks. You know what the problem that really pisses me off about that is? Okay, I can't even tell the YouTube people that, hey, YouTube people, I can't be on YouTube because they cut me off. To let them know, like, oh, that's why we forgot to watch him, because nothing told us to watch him, and where the hell did he go? That's what kind of ticks me off. There's no way of, like, hey, you know, like a suspension notice for all. I'm not scared. It's like Peter's on suspension. I told the truth, and they didn't want to talk about it. I didn't tell the truth. We just talked about our opinions on things, and YouTube didn't like it. Now I'm going to continue to bitch about it because it pisses me off. There's no freedom of speech anymore. They changed that about 2 years ago. Now it's only, you know, unless you like what we're saying, saying what they want to hear, you can't do it. And it's their platform, so they have every right. Did I tell you Thanksgiving is this week? Phone lines are open. 818-259-7983. I want to talk about Thanksgiving stuff. Anybody, look, I know there's tons of people out there that probably don't want to go to deal with family. I mean, I know there is. Or having issues, and Thanksgiving is not making it any better because it's the holidays. I don't care. Anything you want to talk about having to do with the holidays, I'm in. 818-259-7983. And I'll take your call, and we'll talk about what you want to talk about, because I know there's a lot of issues that go on during the holidays. And there is. I mean, some people are going through really hard times. Actually, a lot of people are going through really hard times. I don't know if anybody's seen, if you can get a turkey. I mean, you know, turkey, I can take it or leave it. The price of a stinking turkey. Usually turkey's pretty cheap. Inexpensive. I don't want to say cheap. Considering per pound, it's inexpensive. It ain't that inexpensive right now. If you can find one. I mean, along with everything else, it's just everything is out of control price-wise. And it's going to break us. Forget just the holidays. The holidays are going to come and go in a blink of an eye. And that sucks too. End of the year is right around the corner. It's like, I can't believe how fast the year has gone. I don't know if anybody agrees with that or not, but to me, the year has just blown by really quick. 818-259-7983. What are you doing for the holidays? I see there's a ton of Christmas stuff up that has been up for weeks now, before even Thanksgiving. This is the earliest Christmas setup year I've ever seen in my life, ever. My daughter's having a fit. She's just saying it's just condemnation. It's just so wrong. You got to get through Thanksgiving before you can do the Christmas thing. Now, I understand the stores putting stuff in the stores so people can buy them so they can get ready to decorate for the holidays. But I'm telling you, people have been decorated and the trees are up. And this has been from weeks ago. Weeks ago. I know everybody's longing for some sanity, for some warmth. And I love Christmas trees and stuff like that. The lights, I do. I would sit in my living room. I'd come home and I'd just sit and just do my work, but, you know, be kind of dark and have the tree lit up. And I just like it. I do. Let's get a call here and see what's going on. Hi, you're on with Life, Peter G. Who's this? Hello. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this? Okay. Guess not. Shy. So, Christmas. We haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet. It's a week away. And people have had, you know, their outside lights. Outside lights are up. If you want to share a Thanksgiving story, though, or what you don't want to do on Thanksgiving, or what you are going to do on Thanksgiving, now's your chance. 818-259-7983. Don't make me come over there. Let's try this again. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Somebody's having technical difficulties. I hope it's not me. Wow. It's going to be one of those nights. How about instead of my show being Getting Through the Holidays, it's Getting Through This Show. Oh, please. I was, I really was today. I said, you know what? I would really like people to call in and just talk about their stuff. Because I know Thanksgiving, I've heard, you know, I don't want to tell all these stories. I want people to tell stories, but there's been fights over, you know, the Thanksgiving, who gets drunk and who gets out of line and, you know, threatening to kick another family member's ass. It happens. Happens a lot. Who gets into arguments, family arguments? Who doesn't want to go to Thanksgiving because you don't want to see certain family members? Who has a great life and is looking forward to going and seeing people that they haven't seen in a while? I mean, I know people are doing it this year. Everybody's fed up. They're like, you know, screw you. We're not staying home. We're not keeping our distance, having outdoor, you know, and they really haven't pushed it. They don't have the guts to push it again. Let's try this again. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this? Hello. 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 Hello, hello, hello. Wow. Okay. It's pretty crazy. A lot of hang-ups. Somebody wants to call in, but they can't seem to speak. I don't know what that's all about. What's that all about? Comments, too. Don't forget, folks. If you want to comment, Be on the official Peter G Show page. Gobble, gobble. Michael Schwartz, how's your cooking show going? Are you doing it? Call me and talk to me about it. Or talk to me what you're doing for Thanksgiving. Because you like to cook. Let me see if the phone's working right, because every week they're doing something or goofing with stuff over here and screwing stuff up every week. All right, let's try this again. The phone's ringing again. All right. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this? Hello. Wow. Hello. Don't get it. I hope it ain't me. Isn't me. Did I tell you it was really great to be here? So we're going to have the shy crowd. We're going to have the I'm going to wait to hear somebody else's story crowd. The norm. I want to know what you're doing for Thanksgiving. If not, I'm going to go to current events, and you don't want me to go there, because then I start getting upset, because all this stuff every week just kind of pisses me off. I start getting involved. I do. And you know what happened this week in current events. Now I'll get involved. I'd rather talk turkey. Speaking of turkey. All right, we're going to try this again. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this? Hello. It can't be me. It can't be me. Because I hear the phone. Unless they don't hear me. Can't be. Well, doggies, go figure. She's calling again. Hi, you're on with Life Peter G. Who's this? Damn. Hi, you're on with Life Peter G. Who's this?
Hello.
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 Hello. Wow, it is me. I think it is me. Can we do it like this? Okay, let's try now. How about now?
Hey, I got you.
Oh, good.
Hey, I just called you just to see if your phones were, if it was on your end or somebody else's end.
Yeah.
Anyway,
who the hell is this? Checking on me.
This is somebody that's about 2 blocks away from you.
I don't know anything about 2 blocks away from me. 2 blocks away from me. Okay. Hey, y'all, I'm with Life of Peter G. Who's this?
This is Jean.
Jean, the dancing machine?
How are you?
I'm good. Are you still mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore?
Yeah.
Wow. So, what is...
I hope you have a nice Thanksgiving.
You do? You hope to have a nice Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and I hope you do too.
Oh, I'm gonna have a great Thanksgiving because I refuse to not have a great Thanksgiving. They took that.
You deserve to have a nice one.
I think. Look, Gene. I think everybody deserves to have a good day. I think everybody deserves to have a good day every day. But the problem is
yeah, right.
The emphasis is so much stronger on the holidays that people get depressed.
Right.
And a lot of people are alone, and it bothers me. But you can only do the best you can. It's only a day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like this is the first Thanksgiving since my brother passed away. He passed away in March, so this will be our first Thanksgiving without him this year.
Believe me, there's going to be a lot of people in the same boat with relatives, best friends, children, parents. I mean, every day this stuff goes on, but you know, you get through it. I mean, that's what I try.
Right.
I try to tell people that, you know, okay, I know it's Thanksgiving, I know it's a special holiday, but you know what, you know, you got to get through the other day too, and the next day, and the next day, and they're all special days.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. His wife is going to do it, and we're going over her house, and you know, and I mean, it's hard for her, even though she has the dog, you know.
Well,
yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, but and you know, you never get over things like.
I mean, I think about the fun times I had with him while he was living. You know, I think about the fun times.
Well, yeah.
Know,
well, yeah.
And I'm doing a lot better. You know.
Well, look, you can't change what, you know, it's inevitable. I mean, we all unfortunately die or pass away, but you know, it hurts. So the people if you didn't miss these people, you didn't love them, you know, and you live off the memories. And so if anything,
that's true.
If anything,
just like with all my aunts and uncles, we have the memories of all them, you know.
Of course. So you take Thanksgiving and you give thanks for all the stuff. Thanksgiving isn't just for that day, it's for everything behind you. You know,
that's true.
So you give thanks for.
You know what? I enjoyed your show with Pastor Reed last Sunday. I really enjoyed that.
Well, thank you. I did too. I think.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great show.
I think it was too. I think that it you know, really opens up a lot of people's minds to really what's going on in this world, and you know the
yeah, he's doing a good job what he does.
He's doing God's work, Gene.
Yeah, you got that right. Just like Bob is too.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I think everybody has to do a little bit of. I think it's all God's work. I mean, regardless, but Pastor Ray does way more of it.
Right, yeah, that's true.
I thought it was a very heartwarming. I mean, just a very moving show that opened your eyes to a lot of things for those who live in, you know, just in you know, people are moving so quickly nowadays that you don't have time to really see what's going on around you, and that's kind of sad.
Right, that's true.
So that's it. So, any special plans?
Oh, guess what? I'm getting a roommate.
You're getting a roommate.
Somebody's moved. My sister-in-law's moving in with me.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I think she's changed a lot. Well, she was married to my youngest brother, you know, and things just weren't, you know, they weren't getting along. So when it was for the best. So and where they live at now, the neighborhood's just going to get worse. So their daughter is going to go live with my brother again, you know, and she's going to move in with me.
Okay. Are you guys going to cause a lot of rhetoric and mischief?
No.
No. Okay. No. You don't think she's going to be mad as hell and not going to take it anymore either?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, good luck with that roommate situation. I just gotten to the point where it's like I mean, other than my daughter and things like that, I value my space. I mean, unless
my brother, you know, his daughter is, you know, she was a miracle. You know, this is her second year in college.
Okay.
And she's doing great.
Okay. Yeah, you got. Yeah, it's a good thing. But the thing is, it's kind of funny that you're teaming up with your sister-in-law, you know, and not your brother.
Right.
Wow.
I know, because he looks out for me. I mean, he looks out for me. You know.
Wow. Well, okay. So, what are your plans for Thanksgiving, Gene?
We're going over my sister-in-law's house, the one that lost my brother.
Okay, that'll be good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, keeps her busy.
Right. Yeah.
But you see, but the thing is, once all the you know, once Thanksgiving is over and it's all said and done, it gets quiet again.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and that's when she needs, you know, the support.
Well, her sister, they live down in Southern Maryland, and they're coming up Wednesday, and they help her out a lot. And then and then they'll probably be there for the whole weekend, you know, after Thanksgiving. And they've been up all during the summer. They'll come up and stay a while, and then they'll go back to their place. And just to be with her, you know, and help her out, do whatever she needs to.
Right.
Do, you know, and then I go over too whenever she wants me to come over. I was over. She had me over last Thursday for dinner, and I went over.
Okay, so you had a pre-Thanksgiving.
Right.
Gotcha. All right. Well, good. Then you
and I got to see Ruby again.
Oh, Ruby. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. She's calmed down because I hadn't been over there since the 1st of August because she was just like out of control. You know, she'll be 8 months next month.
Yes.
And but she is calmed down. She doesn't bite like she used to, and she don't really. Well, she still jumps on you a little bit, but not like she used to.
Listen, just bring your favorite leather shoes over there so she can give them a gnaw.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, she's doing a lot better. You know, she's
good. Well, you give Ruby a pet, an attaboy. Who's a good girl?
Yeah, she'll let you pet her now.
Oh,
you know?
Good.
And she gets along with her, and she gets along with my sister-in-law, her grandchildren. You know.
Well, yeah.
You know, because there for a while she couldn't have her around them because she was out of control.
Sounds like a few of my friends.
Because like the 1st of August, she had like scratches on my right leg.
Yeah.
But most of them the scratches are all healed up now.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, look, you have yourself a wonderful holiday, Thanksgiving, and every day, and before you know it, we'll be into Christmas.
I know. I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
Well,
yeah. I like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I like all the holidays.
I like every day, but I just can't believe how quick the year has blown by. At least for me.
You know what I tell people: the older you get, the faster the holidays come around.
They do.
And you probably figured that out too.
Oh no, I'm living it. There's no doubt about it. I am.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That what YouTube did to you again.
I am sorry, bastards.
I mean, that is something.
It is something because I don't think we did anything wrong.
No, you didn't. Because I watch all your shows, and you really didn't say anything. I mean, I know.
Really, they got it out for me. They're hot on my trail, and I don't know why I pissed them off and why they're so on to me, but because I see a lot of other YouTubes that are people's channels that are way. I look like a kid, like an angel compared to most, and I don't know why, but they're marking me. I'm trying to keep it normal. We're just sharing stories and opinions.
Right. Yeah.
But and of all things, they're talking. They got me again for medical misinformation, which that show had nothing to do with anything besides a comment, on the the thing they stick in your arm or the virus that they claim that's going around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I'm a professional. I'll rise above it. I'll get around it. Screw them. One day, it'll be all egg on their face, but we're okay.
Right.
We're okay. Anyway, okay, look.
What are you and your daughter doing for Thanksgiving?
Oh, well, I don't have a lot of family, Gene.
I know. I know because I heard you talk. Because I heard you talk about your parents.
Yes, they are gone.
I know you missed them. Yeah, I know you missed them too.
I do. I went to talk to them today, as a matter of fact, in one way or another. Good. Well, I talk to them every day, but this time I went and physically, went to their grave. But I mean, look, I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. I have a lot of friends, and we are going to spend Thanksgiving because my daughter's is going to be with me and not her mother this year. And we are going to spend time with some very, very close friends, which is like extended family as far as I'm concerned. They treat my daughter like a granddaughter, and
that's great. Yeah. That's great.
So I don't think at this point in time in my life, I don't think I could be at any better place to be for Thanksgiving as where I'm going to be. So I'm very, good. I'm good with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's all
And
good.
next week you got Bob Taft on your show.
Yes, ma'am, I do, and I think
I'm looking forward to that too.
I think he's going to be very full of things he wants to talk about. I mean, he's always full of things, but I mean,
Right, yeah.
but I'm hoping to pry a little more information out of him as to what's going on, because I know he's been a busy boy again this month, so it'll be interesting. All right, look, I'm gonna see if we can get some other.
What? You'll have to let us call in. Let us call in next week when he's on there.
I'm not. After what just happened with the phones, I don't know if I'm gonna have to work that out, because we're forever changing things around over here, and I may not have the capability of call. I'm not sure. If it depends how much time we put into figuring things. We just did another revamp this week, and that's why the phone wasn't answering, because I didn't check it. I know. Go figure.
Always something.
Well, it's complicated, and to get people to talk from the guest on the show to the phone, it works. Right. But I may not have that capability this week, because we're doing a little bit of extensive redos, and so I'm not sure. I'll have to talk with them during the week. Well,
if you talk to Bob before your show next week, tell him I said hi.
Well, I will do that. But you can always type it in if you're on the official Peter G Show page. He can see that. If you're on either in fact, we'll be back on YouTube. So if you're on the YouTube channel, you can type in and say, "Hey, Bob," and he'll see it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, you have yourself a good Thanksgiving. All right.
Okay, you do the same.
Thank you, sweetheart. You take care.
And tell your daughter I said hi.
Oh, that's
even
sweet.
Though I don't know her.
Well, that's okay. I'll tell her. I tell her. Everybody knows her. Okay. It's all good. All right. You have fun.
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye. That was Jean. Avid watcher. She watches all the shows. God bless her. It's a good thing. 818-259-7983. I want to hear what you're doing for Thanksgiving. Or what you're not doing for Thanksgiving. Now that I got the phone straight. It's like, shame on me, because I didn't check it. Otherwise, I'm going to talk about normal stuff. And I'd rather talk about holiday stuff. I really would. So I'm spending the holiday with friends, good friends. All my friends are good. Otherwise it wouldn't be friends. But not everybody has the same thing. Some people have nobody. I mean, look, I got to tell you, folks, I've had years. I mean, I'm old enough I've had plenty of years of spending holidays alone. Completely alone. Nobody. I mean, this is before I even had my child. But not for any bad reason sometimes. Sometimes there just wasn't nothing going on. I moved thousands of miles away from my family, and you have a lot of acquaintances, but when you're starting over. Those relationships you build, they're acquaintances and all good intentions, but sometimes things you're just not doing nothing. And I'm okay with that. There were some times where, like, you know what? I didn't want to do anything, and I was okay. I mean, I like it. I love it. But if I don't have it, it's not the end of the world, because again, the way I see it, the world according to Peter G. My opinion. Again, what's most important is that you live every day as happily as you can. That Thanksgiving Day, that Christmas Day, that New Year's Eve, I can't even give a damn about New Year's Eve. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's an amateur night. But the holidays are important. That's extra emphasis on what you should be emphasizing. Love, love, and love. But every day, that's the problem. It's like, even like your birthday, because most people with your birthday, it's my birthday week, it's my birthday month, my birthday. I'm thankful to make it to another birthday. But again, that's just one day. You got to get through a whole lot of days after your birthday to be happy. before, before, during, and after. It's like, because just having a super blowout on your birthday, if your life is shit, covering it up for one day, it's not going to change anything. You got to change whatever's going on in your life. You have to make things better. That's why I'm happy for every day. I'm so grateful for every day. I am. Because if you only know how we push the envelope with all this, and try to make every day worthwhile. I mean, and just sometimes even living on the edge. I push the envelope a lot of times with everything. I push the envelope on everything because I want to do certain things, and we try to do it. And if it can't be done, that's one thing. But there's people I know that are need $100 to try and pay a bill to keep the phone on, and and you're just scrambling. Hey, Pete. Look, Paul's in the house. Glad you can make it, Paul. 818-259-7983. Thanksgiving. Come on, y'all. Tell me a turkey story. I'm going to start talking current events, and I don't want to go there. Tell me what you're doing for Thanksgiving. Who's cooking? I know Michael Schwartz cooks. Who doesn't want to go see family? Who hates certain parts of their family and they just don't want to go and they're not going? Talk to me. I got videos. I'll play videos. Southern fried turkey. Who's frying a turkey? I've never had a fried turkey. I don't know what the difference is. I really don't. But I've never had anybody? I've never had a fried turkey. I've just not had a fried turkey. It's always been oven. I'm sure it's just as good. But, I don't know. Just never been anywhere where there's a fried turkey. And I know tons of people do it. Lots of fires get started, too. Southern fried turkey. I was thinking about our Southern fried shows. What's going on here? I'm going to the in-laws. I'm going to in-laws. Lucky me. Fried turkey are wonderful. Okay, you can call in and talk about it. What do you mean, lucky you? You don't sound too happy about it. In-laws. I'm telling you, lots of fights get started during the holidays. Lots of fights. I really would love to hear some family feud story. And I know people got them. So-and-so got so drunk and he threatened to kick some, so-and-so's ass and fell off the chair and destroyed the table and the food went flying. Then he threw up and passed out. There's tons of those stories. I know there are. Let's see what we can do here. I purposely took tonight. Want to keep it casual because it's like pre-Thanksgiving. And I just said I want to give this show to you, the people. Oh, I see. Hey, Peter G. Hey, Paul. It's like, hey, what'd you do? Everybody's having their conversations. Hey, what about over here? Is that my story? I don't have a story. I've heard other people's stories, though. I've never been in a screwed up Thanksgiving situation. At least I don't think so. If I did, I don't remember. How's that? I don't think I have been. I'm sure somebody will remind me. I've been in screwed up situations where stuff has gone awry, but I don't think a Thanksgiving I don't think I have like some crazy ass drunken debauchery Thanksgiving story. I think they're funny as hell. I don't have one though. Love to hear one. 818-259-7983. Talk to Peter. Otherwise, I'm going to current events. Oh, listen. See, so here's what's going on. If for those of you not paying attention to the commenters, it's like one person's egging somebody else on to call, but what about that person that's egging on to call? Why don't you call? Scared? That's the problem. I got the greatest lurkers. My show people love to watch and wait for somebody else to do something. It's a fact. It's been going on for 4 or 5 years now. Always waiting. I'll get the calls and the emails later. It's like, man, I like your show, but I was waiting for some people to call in. I didn't want to call in. I was shy. I don't get it. We'll just stare. We'll just hang out. My turkey day is boring. Well, okay. I'm not going to argue with you on that one. If it's boring, it's boring. But it's supposed to be a time of togetherness. Man, I don't know what you call the muscle behind your leg from your butt to your back of your knee, but I pulled this damn thing months ago, and now it hurts to even sit down. Whatever it is not healing. I need a doctor. It's bothering me. It always feels pulled. And I pulled it while I was hiking. I was trying to go up a steep hill, and I was late because I decided to go on a Sunday, if you want to know. And I had to get back because I had to get back to do this show. And I tried to take a shortcut and went down a steep hill and found out I couldn't go through where I thought I could go through. So I had to go back up the steep hill and then backtrack and go double as far because I did all this wasted time walking. So I'm hauling ass. I pulled the back of my leg so badly that this is months ago. This is probably in July. It's still bothering me. I don't understand it. Might have to go see somebody. Well, as if it's going to do any good. Okay, Doc, it hurts when I do this. They'll say, well, don't do that. Oh, boy. Went to the eye doctor. Oh, so I went to the eye doctor a few weeks ago. I hadn't had time to tell this story. And see, we're just telling stories. This is and I wanted to get this all done because I was doing a little bit of traveling, and I needed to get it done before that. And so I went to the eye doctor. It was just time for it's just time to go to the eye doctor. I needed contacts. I wear glasses and stuff like that too. And this doc, I went to someplace new. I just wanted a change. And this guy, he was an older guy, been a doctor for over 30 years. And you know how when you go to the eye doctor, it's always that joke, better one or better two, Well, this guy had a flow. He reminded me of something like, I don't want to say South Park, but he had this song, like the way, and it was repetitive because you know how many times you got to do that as they change the lenses to see if you're seeing better. And he had this whole computerized system. I mean, it was way different than what the norm I've been used to. I guess they changed equipment now, and it's gotten even easier and better to calculate, how to make your vision better. And he's like, better one or better two? Better one or better two? Blurrier, clearer. And he just had his... It just went on, and I'm just in my head. I'm just trying to think up stories. I'm going, this is going to be good. I wish I had this on video. Because he just had this, and he doesn't even know he's doing it. He's probably been doing it for so long. It's just like, is it better this way or is it better that way? Clearer, blurrier. And he just went on, but it was that, I liked him, though. That was kind of cool. He did a good job. I can see. Better one or better two? And he's just singing. He was singing it the whole time. One or two? I said, I don't know. Do it again. And I know they hate that. They go, I can't. I'm confused. Do it again. Either way, it got done. Picked up my new contacts. Got another pair of glasses. And now I'm better. But you're still not calling 818-259-7983. I want to hear, can somebody, for the love of God, give me a screwed up Thanksgiving story? I know you're out there. Share with us. You're incognito. Nobody knows who you are. Screwed up Thanksgiving story. Who's doing the cooking? I like to cook. I'm not cooking this time, though. I like to cook, though. This time I'm leaving it to the women of the where I'm going. Even gonna throw my daughter in the mix so she can help. But Thanksgiving can be a very messed up time for a lot of people. And all I can tell you is, for those who may be listening, may be going through a few problems, may want to call in but just don't have the guts to do so, it's only one day. It's only one day. It's not that big a deal. All right. I'll give it 2 more minutes. You don't call in on Thanksgiving, I'm going to just go over a few things and we're going to call it a night, because time flies when you're having fun. Gene called in. It's really simple to do. One day you're going to want to call in. It's going to be a whole different ball game. It'll be like tough to call because people will finally get the message and start doing things. It's all good. It's not the end of the world, though. I can just sit here and tell you things about what's going on currently. I know there's a lot of talk about this whole Kyle, trial with Kyle Rittenhouse and all that. A lot of people are pissed off. A lot of people, and I really see. I too. I know. I talked about it on this show when the kid first got arrested. I thought for sure. I go, he's a dumbass and he deserves everything he gets. I was wrong. I only went by what I saw, and the media didn't know exactly what they were reporting at the time. And I was wrong. And for those of you who think the kid, deserves to, got off and should have gone to jail, you need to really look at what actually happened and don't just go by the 20 seconds of a headline of a news media and what they say. Because I'm telling you, I was wrong. The kid just prevented himself from being killed, just like you would do. But a lot of people, I had a discussion yesterday with some people that I was with, and my friend's daughter said, she and all of a sudden I whipped out my phone because I happened to get something that had a lot of the facts. It was like a quick flashcard chart of the facts of really what happened. That was live on the trial, and I said, did you know blah, 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 blah? No, I didn't know that. Did you know blah, blah, blah about him? No, I didn't know that. And that's the thing. You don't know what you don't know. And I think majority of what's going on these past 2 years now, especially with, Trump yelling fake news and all that, because he's right. Fake news. I never would have thought in a million years that our media would be so manipulative and corrupt in a lot of ways. They want news. A no news day is bad for them. They got to keep stirring the pot because otherwise they have nothing to report. And that's the problem. It's gotten so out of hand now, you don't know who to believe. And I get that. Why should you believe me? I'm just saying that, you know, a lot of people, most people nowadays, life is so fast. You look at the headlines on your phone, and it depends what news service you're looking at, and majority of them are all full of crap. And you just take that, and it's like, you know, and you believe what you see. It's sad. It doesn't have to be that way. I think I got a couple of things that I'm really pissed off about right now. Not pissed off. I'm still a little bit pissed off with this new Green Deal, Build Back Better. All these trillions of dollars they're trying to spend, saying it's going to cost you no money. It's going to cost you a lot of money for years and years and years. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Over 2,000 pages. I want to know who writes this stuff, because the people that are voting on it don't read it. I thought they're the ones that kind of put the whole thing together, but apparently not. And this is what really pisses me off about the whole thing. You know, this whole new Green Deal, and it's not that green. It's going to cost everybody. I mean, how do you feel right now? How do you feel paying $75 for a friggin', you know, 12-pound turkey? How do you feel paying, you know, we're paying at the pumps, the least expensive gas in Southern California is about $4.40 a gallon, if it hasn't gone up since I looked a couple of days ago. That's the least expensive. Majority's paying closer to $5 in California. It hurts. I got a 30-gallon gas tank. It hurts. But they're trying to force everybody out. But they're going to break everybody when they do it. And there's no great alternative. If you think electric cars are the answer, you know, it isn't. And electricity's not cheap either. You'll find that out too. And the infrastructure doesn't, you know, can't support everybody driving electric cars. And it takes coal to make electricity. China's not doing anything better for you. Y'all flew to that damn stupid-ass summit. China wasn't there. India wasn't there. They don't care because they know it's nonsense. Everybody's getting paid on your dime, folks. Everybody. But look at this. I just wanted you to check this out. Okay, I want to do this for you. This is my gift, just to enlighten those who are willing to watch. Okay, this is about the new Green Deal. You know, and the actual paperwork and who actually knows and reads it, but yet they just give you the synopsis. It's how great it's going to be, and you, the people, go, well, he said it's not going to. Our fearless leader said it's not going to cost us a dime. How in the hell can anything? I mean, just do the math. Nothing in life is free. How the hell is it going to be free? It's nonsense. It's nonsense. It's going to cost everybody. I promise you. But here, just check this out, and then we'll come back. And I want to run a couple of things by you before I leave you for this holiday week. And then, you know, the rest is in your hands. That's all. This is a part of my public service announcements, just to enlighten. And these are just some facts, and you can take them or not take them. But I think you should check them out and see where. Okay, where am I? Here we go. So this is the Build Back Better deal. Okay, brought to you by people who've never built it back anything. But check this out.
Now let's see how heavy of a lift it is. $3.5 trillion. This is their bill. 2,500 pages. If you take a look at $3.5 trillion price tag, and you do the math, that's $1.4 billion for every page of this bill. And they want to pass it this week. How many Democrats do you think have read this? Think Nancy Pelosi's read it? Think Chuck Schumer's read it? Do you think Joe Biden, who is desperately begging Democrats to pass it, do you think he's read it? Do you think he knows what's in it? And now President Biden has stooped so low in his desperation that he said that the cost of this bill would be nothing. He tweeted it would be zero. Mr. President, the American people are a lot smarter than you may believe, because the American people are smart enough to not believe you when you say the cost of this bill will be zero. The American people, the hardworking men and women of this country, clearly understand that they will be the ones left holding the bill to pay for this reckless tax and spending spree. The American people are already paying a cost and feeling the bite of inflation. Their paychecks being eaten away every time they go to the grocery store or the gas station. And inside that bill, there's funding for an additional army of IRS agents to squeeze more taxpayer dollars out of hardworking Americans. This bill represents Bernie Sanders' socialist dream. It is a nightmare for the American taxpayers. And that's why every Republican is committed to doing absolutely everything we can to defeat it, because we understand the permanent damage that it will do to our economy and our nation.
That's right. Everything it'll do to this nation, nothing in life is free. Nothing. Including what they're talking about. You can't spend all that money and it's not going to cost you because they're going to tax other people. You understand they want to hire 80,000 more IRS agents just to watch our bank accounts? It's like, how friggin' insane is that? Every nickel and dime, it's easier to pick on the small people than it is the big people, believe me. I just want to bring that up. You can take that and you go, oh, Peter, you're full of shit. I didn't make this up, okay? I'm just sharing. Do what you want with it. I just wanted to bring that to your attention because I guarantee you, who's going to read all that shit? Let me give you an example. If those of you that have iPhones and you gotta, every time you go for a new operating system on anything, Windows or your phone or your Android, it's like you just hit the accept button. Do you ever read the small print? I rest my case. Nobody does. And they count on that. They bank on that. Because I know that we're all getting screwed in so many ways. It just doesn't hurt as much, but it's getting ready to even more. Even more. Just saying. One other thing I want to bring up while I'm here this week, because last Saturday, this mandated vaccine talk from the government and OSHA, and they were saying OSHA is going to mandate it too, went to court and got put on hold permanently until further notice because it's against your constitutional rights. For those of you who didn't know. So I want somebody way smarter than me to tell you exactly what's going on, because people are afraid they're losing their jobs now at this point. If you're getting threatened to take the vaccine or lose your job, that's your employer's problem, because they thought they're getting pressure from the government. They no longer have to get pressure from the government, so now they can drop that mandate and carry on with normal life if they choose. They just have to stand up and say, okay, enough is enough. Now, we didn't want to do it. We just didn't want to get fined. And they were going to really put the screws to the businesses. But now it's all on hold indefinitely. So just so as you know, and I'm going to let somebody else way better than me talk about it. And I want you to check this out, okay? Again, sharing information for your benefit. You can take it or not, but at least you'll hear it, and then you decide.
All right. The Biden administration announced today that it's suspending the implementation and enforcement of its unconstitutional vaccine mandate for private sector employers, pending the outcome of litigation by the Daily Wire and others. This is huge news for the 80+ million American workers currently being asked to choose between their livelihoods and their bodily autonomy. It's huge news, too, here at the Daily Wire. We were the first in the nation to file suit against the administration for this tyrannical overreach. And just this week, all of the cases filed around the country were consolidated into our court, the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals. That puts the Daily Wire at the forefront of the fight against Joe Biden's assault on our businesses, our bodies, and our private health decisions. But here's the thing. This victory won't mean anything to American workers unless businesses nationwide also stop enforcing and implementing the mandate. If you run a business and you've spent the last few weeks preparing to go along with the Biden plan, I get it. The government has brought enormous pressure to bear, and the fines that they're threatening for non-compliance are staggering. They could break any company. But here's the thing. Unless you're a government contractor or subject to the healthcare worker vax requirement or some other local or state policy, none of that is actually in play at the moment. Until the Sixth Circuit or the Supreme Court rules otherwise, the OSHA mandate is now off. No vaccine requirement, no testing requirement, no masks, no fines, nothing. You don't have to do anything. So don't. Don't do the dirty work for the government. Make them have to defend this unconstitutional bullshit in court before you give in. Now, I get that not every company is in a position to fight this the way that the Daily Wire is fighting it. That's fine. You don't have to. Just don't surrender while the fight is still on. Respect the private health decisions of your employees. Leave the whole fight the government bit to us and to the other litigants. And if you work for a company that's forcing this nonsense on you in the name of complying with the OSHA mandate, well, that's no longer true. The mandate is no longer being actively implemented by the government. So if you're being discriminated against on the basis of your vaccination status, that's your boss, not Uncle Sam. Don't let them hide behind the vaccine mandate. Unless we lose in court, none of us has to comply. And we're not going to lose. We're going to kick the government's ass. Because the Constitution doesn't give the government the power to force private companies to declare that American workers are themselves a threat to workplace safety. And even if it did, Congress certainly didn't delegate that power to the unelected bureaucrats over at OSHA. And even if they did, OSHA bypassed the legally required administrative procedures necessary to implement such a policy in the name of the COVID emergency. And there is no COVID emergency. We have a vaccine now, which is effective at mitigating the threat of hospitalization and death for the vaccinated. And virtually every American who wants that vaccine already has it. And with new therapeutics that are coming online, even the unvaccinated are at a lower and lower risk from COVID. So the government has absolutely no legal or constitutional right to attack our freedoms in this way.
There you have it. Just a little information in case anybody is wondering about where you're at with this vaccine. Now, if you want to get the vaccine, go get the vaccine. But I like life. That's a whole nother topic that I can't talk about because, well, I can now, but I won't be. I'm just sharing information. How's that? Sharing information. Ladies and gentlemen, the night has passed as fast as it has started. It's time to end our show. I want to thank everybody, and I want to wish everybody a very, very good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Try to make the best of your life, regardless whether it's Thanksgiving or Thursday or Friday or Monday. I mean, to me, that's most important. I think it is. I told you, life is for the living every day. Not just one day, not just Christmas. I mean, Christmas is important, but, not just Easter, because there's way more days in the year than just those holidays. If you have a bad holiday, remember, it's only a day. We all, I dare say, I mean, ask yourself, out of your whole lifetime, I'm probably betting that you've had a bad holiday of some sort at one point in your life or another. Am I right or wrong? Everybody has. It's just life. It's not the end of the world. We're still here. We are. To remind everybody, if you have a story you want to tell, you have somebody has something that, life challenging. Life is full of challenges every day. Share it with me. You're going through some problems, some things. Share it with us. Maybe it'll help you as much as it'll help a lot of other people too. I like getting things out. Let steam off the pressure cooker. You have no idea the service you could be doing for others as well as yourself by just taking something that you think might, okay, it's tragic, but let's work through it. I'm no professional, but I have been around long enough to, with a little bit of common sense, to to read between the lines and to just let you spew. Does a body good. Next week, last Sunday of the month, after Thanksgiving, the infamous Baltimore's own Mr. Bob Paff. Next week, East Meets West, our monthly segment with the one and only Mr. Bob Paff. Again, I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I hope, I want to hear stuff. You can write me after. You can comment during the week. I'll take it, but I wish you would comment and do this stuff while we're doing the show. It'd be kind of fun. Yeah, man. But it's all good. Again, we just share stories and opinions and make what you want out of it. A couple of laughs, sometimes a few cries. But it's all good. I love everybody for taking the time out of your lives. I know life is full of choices. Share. Don't forget, iTunes podcast. You can listen to the Peter G Show while you're working, while you're driving in the car. You don't have to watch. I like when you watch the show, but you can listen in the car. At work. I know a lot of people have one earpiece in and they're working and they're listening. Podcasts are popular, so we're back up there, baby. Podcast, Peter G Show. Be there. And that's it. And as always, I want everybody to be kind. Life is full of choices. Life is every day getting your ass kicked in certain ways. Some people are very fortunate, just blow through life, easy breezy. But for most, it's a challenge. Be kind. There's people out there that just have nastiness in them. You don't have to be like them. You don't. You don't have to take any shit from anybody, but don't let them make you nasty too. Life's too short. Full of struggles. I can go on and on about the struggles. But one way or another, if you're watching this show, we're all still here, so I promise you it could be a lot worse. So I'm going to leave you with one little synopsis of this past week's trial. And then we're going to go. And I'll see you next Sunday. And I'm hoping, again, no tragedies. Just let's love life, people. Love is the key, right? As always, my name is Peter G. I love you guys. Peace out, and I will see you next Sunday night.
Okay, I can prove Kyle Rittenhouse is guilty. You can't argue with these. These are facts. I can prove it, and here they are. These are the reasons. 1, he's white. 2, he had a gun. And 3, he probably voted for Trump.
Peter G Show.